actually, no, I lied. I'm back for another video because I cannot empathize. Not empathize. I cannot emphasize how much I want to talk more about men, but not because I like them. Let's be front here. It's because I want to discuss my unsavory thoughts about them, and it's not the dirty thoughts. It's like thoughts. I'm like some of the things I hear about gay men going through are our Lord in heaven, our Lord in heaven straight girls are going through. And I just, okay, oh yeah, and the bi folks. Yeah, them too. Because I'm just kind of like, how do you guys just let them get away with this? And I'm talking about straight guys specifically because right now I don't really have a bone to pick with the other ones. My cousin is of that. And I say that as not as a derogatory way, but like I understand. I empathize with you guys, and I know where you guys are coming from. But right now, we are going to focus on the root of the problem: straight men. And the things I hear that right now, I just want to speak for the girls. Okay, I want to speak for the girls because that's where I see most of this stuff come from. This is because I hear a lot from my friends who are also women. And I hear this firsthand. I haven't experienced it firsthand because, well, in a lot of men's eyes, I am ugly. And that's something that I want to cherish and I don't want to really be taken away from me. So that's something that I'm going to keep to me for now, okay? But for right now, I kind of want to talk about the experience that women have gone through. And it's like, how do you guys just keep on letting them get away with this? Them meaning men, and you guys meaning you fucking girls. Like, how are you letting them get away with this after a pandemic, after a recession? Like, how on earth are you letting them get away with that? Some of the stuff I hear that these girls have gone through in their past relationships, or even worse, their current relationship, I'm like, what are you guys going through right now? Because it literally sounds like you signed up to be like tortured, to be traumatized. And I don't want to talk about this in a way that's like criticizing, I suppose. I'm not sure what the word is. Like, I don't want to sit here and criticize girls for being into men because we all have our faults, okay? We all have our tribulations. We all have our issues. And that's not something that I'm gonna like come here and like criticize you guys for, because sometimes I do fall to my knees when I see a really good fictional man, okay? And I put a lot of emphasis on very heavily on fictional, because most of the men that I'm into fictionally are written by women. I would never. Actually, no, a lot of the guys I'm into are like written by dudes as well. But most of the guys I find them myself being like empathizing towards is mostly written by women. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that, but what I am trying to say is, why on earth are you letting your boyfriends do the things that they do? Okay, because some of the things I hear are literally so insulting that if a man even breathed wrong around me, I would like break up with them. I have such a short fuse with them that it's like, if you do anything wrong in my books, like, you're gone. Like, you're gone. Like, most of the guys I talk to, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you. Like, literally, if they say one thing wrong, I'm like, you're gone. You're gone. I won't approach them with like an evil eye. I won't come up to them and be like, what the fuck are you doing as a man? I'm not going to come up to them and be like, what are you doing here in a woman's world? Okay? Because I understand that this world, we are mixed with a fuckload of fuckloads, right? A fuckload of shitheads. And I'm not going to pretend that this world's meant for women, but I kind of wish it was. I'm joking. Obviously, it's a joke. Most of this is in a joking manner. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. But like, I don't approach men with like a hostile energy, okay? I approach everyone with the same energy, which is, what the fuck do you want from me, or get the fuck out of my way? And I mean that in like the most genuinely like unhostile way. Like, just get the fuck out of my way and just let me be. And whenever anyone approaches me, I'm like, because like in my mind there's like a bubble in my body, right? I'm like a bubble boy, and there's like, I think like at least like a 3 inches, like I think this is about 3 inches, like anyone that comes like 3 inches like into my bubble, and like it literally like starts alarming, it literally starts buzzing and like screeching. It's like rah, rah, and I'm like, okay, I get it, someone's coming to us, and it just sets off all of my alarms, and I'm like, oh my god, someone is approaching us, what do we do? And in that moment, I just kind of like, I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And I do come off as a little hostile, I'll admit. But generally, I try to keep it, kind, compassionate, humanly. Like, I treat everyone with as much neutrality as possible. But, like, when it comes to women, I have so much patience with women. And I don't know why that is, but I am forgiving of women. I'm a women worshiper. I only see faults with women when they're huge fucking faults. When they're literally deeper than the fucking Mariana's Trench, okay? When that shit is so fucking deep that it goes all the way to the fucking crater. Like, you are dirty inside and out. Like, that is when I'm like, I cannot defend you. I cannot stand by you. You need to erase yourself, bro. Or just reevaluate, or just re-energize, rethink. Perhaps a little bit of therapy might be of use. And I don't mean that in like a mean way as well. I think that therapy is helpful to everybody, bros. Like, you just need to talk to somebody. Just have somebody there to just listen to you professionally, and just have someone there to just kind of listen to you and be like, let's correct that behavior. Someone just to watch out for you. And like I said, therapy is not something you should be ashamed of. Like, if I could afford therapy, I would. But I'm a college student going on tuition. I do not have the time, and I do not have the mental fortitude to like open myself like that, okay? Because what I do right now, this is my therapy. This is me talking. Because if I were to say this out loud to like anybody else, they would be like, Quinn, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anything from you. And I'll be like, silenced. I would have been silenced. But right now, since I'm feeling a little bit frisky, that is that, okay? But like the guys that you guys like, how do you guys? There's a thing that I don't understand. This is one of the things that I don't understand. Like is there like, how do I word this? Like a dude liking other girls' photos when they're in a relationship with another girl. Like, what is the consensus on that? Is that like a bad thing? Like, I know it's like a bad thing, but like, to me, that's a little weird. Like, what are you doing as a man in a relationship liking another girl's photos? Like, I understand that if it's like if it's like their friend, but if it's like a booty pic or a titty pic or something like that of a revealing nature, and like I've heard of girls going through their guys' social media, which I did not endorse, by the way. I did not endorse anyone invading anybody else's privacy. And that's why I kind of like, I see both sides, because one side is invading another person's privacy, but another side is, I don't want to say cheating or infidelity because that's a little too far, but it's like, what are you doing with them impure eyes looking at other women? Because if that was me, because it couldn't, because it would never, but if that was me, I don't think I would be in a relationship. Like, the second I see my dude following a girl that is like at least 3 times higher than me, if I were to rank her in numbers, which is, but if he was, yeah, gone. But the thing is, like, I don't find looking through people's phones or like looking through people's like privacy like something that you should be normalized, because a lot of girls I talk to be like, oh yeah, I am crazy, I look through his phone, I know all his passwords and stuff like that, and I'm like that scares me. Like, that scares me so much as someone, like, if someone was just on my phone, it could be a guy, a girl, a they, them, any of them. If they were looking through my phone while I was, like, I don't believe in a God, but God damn it, I would have to say a prayer before I talk to them, because the things that come out of my mouth would be unholy to the next degree. And Because privacy is one of those things that mean a lot to me. And it's not like I have like fucking booty pics on my phone. It's not like I have dick pics on my phone. It's not like I literally have vagina and hole pics on main. Like I don't follow any porn accounts. I literally have nothing suspicious on my phone other than, I don't know, I have a lot of screenshots of recipes, which is a lot of screenshots, I'll admit. But other than that, I don't have anything that I would be uncomfortable with like sharing with someone if I was just in bed with them. Like if I have my phone out, I generally don't cover my phone because I'm never doing anything suspicious. And I never feel the need to hide my phone. And if I was with somebody and they were like, can I look through your phone? I'll be like, hell yeah, bro. Like if I was in control, if I was on my phone and it'd be like, hey, let's go through your Instagram, I'll be like, yeah, we can do that. But it's just a matter of like consent. And like if I give you consent, like if I'm there, I'm be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, can I go through your photos? I'll be like, yeah, whatever the fuck. But if I'm asleep and if I am not able to give you that consent to my privacy, yeah. Because I know what I'm getting into when I say I accept the cookies on the website. I know that I'm sharing my fucking personal internet data. I give them that consent because I say I accept. But when I am sleeping and someone's going through my cellular, like I'll admit, my password is not, my phone password is literally one of the easiest fucking password in the world. Like you could, like I made it to be easy because I have nothing to fucking hide on my phone. But the fact that I do have a password, that means I do like want that privacy, you know? And the idea of someone going through my cellular, if someone didn't, I hate to use this word, but trust, if someone did not trust me enough to ask me or whatever the fuck to go through my phone, yeah, that would have been. But at the same time, I do understand to some degree feeling like you just want to see, you know. But at the same time, I just don't understand it because I've never been in a position where I have felt the need to look through a significant other's phone or like a close person's phone, because I feel like that's such like an invasion of privacy. Because in the age of 2022, phones are everything. You literally have everything on your phone. I should be saying this, but I do have my social security on my phone, but it's like all the way back in my photos. So you would be scrolling for a while. You would be scrolling up until the point where I was still in high school to find my social security. But there, like, a person's phone is a very like private thing to them, and it has like so much about them. And I understand that like, I understand where guys are coming from when they're getting like freaked out when a girl's looking through their phone. But at the same time, like I said, I empathize with my girls. Okay, I empathize with them, but at the same time, I kind of want to ask, just to put that out there, like what is the point of that? You know, just what is the point of looking through your significant other's phone? Because a lot of the times you're not gonna like what you're gonna see. Like, a lot of the times I hear stories and it's like, I saw this and that on their phone and I didn't like that one bit. And I'm like, but you searched that out for yourself. You were the one that went looking for trouble, and you're the one that went looking for all this information, and you, in the end, found information that you did not like. Like, for me, the less I know, the better. You know, if my significant other were to be looking at big ass booty bitches in their own time, that's on them. Okay, that's on them. Like, if they were to be doing that, then that's on them. Sometimes it might be even a dude. I don't give a fuck what kind of porn they're fucking looking at. If my significant other was watching gay porn on main, I would not give a fuck, because that's what they're doing on their own private time. But if they were doing that next to me, now that's a problem. That is a problem, okay? Because if I look over, I do this a lot, I'll admit. I like looking at others' phones, and like my friend, she does that a lot, and I don't mind, because like I said, I'm never doing anything suspicious. And my friend, she lets me look over too, because she's like, I do it with you, so it's like a mutual thing, you know? And like most of the time, she's leaving that phone over to me to look, so I'm like I have a very slinky eye, but most of the time, I really kind of mind my own business. But, like, I understand where the frustration is coming from, where you're just, like, actually, no, I don't. I say I do, but I don't, you know? Because I don't understand, if you don't trust your partner enough to just let them do their thing, then perhaps you shouldn't be in a relationship with them. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. Like I respect all of you women. I just this video is just me respecting women to the highest echelon, but at the same time, I don't look at things as positively. Like I always see the negatives in things, and that's just me being me. Okay, I like to equal things out. I like to yin and yang. Okay, I like to see things with the pros and cons. Like I don't see things just blindingly positive or blindingly negative. Like I see some positives in men. My dad, for one, he likes to fix things, and that's something that men are oddly good at, and I like that. I like that. I like that they can fix things. Okay, what else? Whatever, okay? Whatever. Some men good, some men bad. Some men good, some women good, some women bad. Like, it's, but like, I don't know. I've always gotten like, weirded out, not weirded out, but a little like my friends are always like, not my friends are always like they but like I've been with people who are like, oh yeah, I looked through my boyfriend's phone and I found him following all these like hot Asian girls. I don't know why Asian came up, but yeah, he's like following all these like hot ass girls, and like it just makes me feel so inadequate, and I'm just like, I see where you're coming from. Like that would piss me off too if my person was following all these attractive people. But at the same time, it's like, you didn't have to look through. But I am a nosy person as well. I'll admit that. I like looking at arguments. I like looking through people's like, I don't know. I just like snooping. You know, like I don't really pass judgment. I'm just like, oh, so you worked at McDonald's at one point. What's that all about? But it's like. I just like, I don't know. The more I hear about like people in relationships, the more I'm like, that just ain't for me. Like even before that, I already knew that relationships are a thing that I'm just kind of like not into. Like if it happens, it happens. But like I'm not actively seeking it out. Like I might be on the dating apps, but I'm just trying to get some followers. At the end of the day, I'm just trying, like, it's kind of like a showcase thing, you know? It's like me showcasing my art, but instead of me like putting like the stuff that I made, it's the stuff that my parents made, which is, and it's like, it's not even me putting myself up for the market. It's just me putting myself out there to make myself known, to make myself seen, but not like taken, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like window shopping. Like you see those models up there with like the clothes and stuff, and nobody ever buys them, you know? They're just there for display. And that's kind of what I am. I'm just kind of put myself out there. And that's kind of it. I don't really have any other intentions of getting to know people on these dating apps. Like I haven't swiped on anybody on Tinder. And on Hinge, I think I might have one match, but I just did not respond to whatever that person said, because I was like, oops. Because I think I liked like a Minecraft photo, and I was like, that's kind of funny. But I didn't realize I was like liking their profile. So, because I liked the meme. It was funny. It was something I hadn't seen before. So I was like, and then they were like, oh, so you like Chief Keef? And I'm like, did not say anything back. What was I saying? But yeah, the idea of a relationship is really daunting, and the stuff that like I see my friends go through is like, you guys are soldiers. Like the fact that you guys keep on putting yourself out there like over and over, even though you guys are literally getting like, dunked on over and over, like it's at this point, like it's not embarrassing, but it's hurtful to see how much they're getting screwed over. And I'm like, I just want to see you guys happy. I just want to see you guys happy by yourselves. And the fact that they feel like no, I don't really know what their situation is, but I just kind of want them to like feel happy with their lives. But at the same time, I do understand like wanting someone else that's like different from a friend, you know, because I feel like a relationship is a little bit like a romantic relationship. It's probably different from like having a friendship, because like you can't really fuck your friends. I mean, you could, but that probably change the dynamic just teensy wincy bit. Like I've never really fucked someone and remained friends. I don't know. But I'm a little weird, if you guys couldn't tell, with like social like relations. Like a lot of people have like requirements and like clear definitions on what they consider like a romantic interest and like a friendship interest. But when I meet people, it's like it's always just a baseline. Like I don't look at someone and be like, oh, I want to date them. It's more of like I just want to talk to them, you know? But like I said, I have a bubble and like I don't like people getting into it, so that doesn't happen a lot. Like a lot of times I'm kind of forced into relationships. Like they're just around me constantly and like I just am forced to be around them. So I get to know them by proxy, but it's not like I would go out of my way to talk to them, you know? And I've always kind of lived like that. Like at school, most of the people I talk to are the people I have a lot of classes with. And that's how I ended up getting most of my friends. But like, if I were not to be, like most of the people I talk to now, like they make an effort. Let me tell you, they literally go through sea, water, lava just to get me to hang out. And that's something I'm really appreciative of because I'm like a really introverted person. I like to talk a lot. Don't mind me, but I just don't like leaving the house, and that's something I need to really work on because I want to leave the house more. It's just I don't get anxious, I just get really drained because every time I step out of the fucking, like even going into the garage is like a fucking fight for me, bro. So the thought of like me having to like, it's always like step by step by step, me getting into the car, going to their house, thinking of things to talk about. Like it is so much for me to do and it drains me. Like every social interaction I have, I need a week recovery. Like even if it's like just an hour outside of my house, I need a week recovery because I cannot be doing this. And that's something I really need to work on because it's not like I get scared to leave the house. It's more so I just don't feel the need to leave the house because everything I have is here. I have food, I have running water, I have electronics, I have entertainment, and I'll be honest with you, I don't get bored when I'm at home because I'm always doing things. You know, I'm always in the kitchen cooking, I'm always fucking drawing, or I'm always fucking gaming. So I don't get bored. And my parents, I know they're getting pissed off at me for being at home because my dad's like, so where's your little friend at? And he never talks about her because I know he doesn't like her that much because I heard he thinks I don't understand me, but I be listening to him sometimes at family parties and he's always talking about how he does not like me going out with my friends. But so that's how I know he's getting mad at me staying at home because now he's talking about my friends that he don't like. So yeah. But oh yeah, I was talking about men. Let's get back to them because I'm tired about talking about me. But the fact that you guys let these men just treat you guys so horribly and let them get away with it, like they could do literally the bare minimum. Most of the things that these guys do, I'm like, this is what is to be expected. Like this is not something that we should be applauding them. Like some of the shit I be seeing, bro, got me shivering in my boots. Like, what do you mean he just said thank you? That is the basic. That so basic. Like, what do you mean he just said thank you? Or it's like the most basic things. Like, oh, he has to be a dog person. Or like, oh, he has to be nice to his mom. What kind of guys are you guys dating for that to be to be like applauded or like to be sought out for? Like that is just the baseline. Like if a guy does not like his mom, well, it's situational, okay? Because if his mom is a dirtbag, then she's a dirtbag, okay? But like if she's a fully functioning mom, let's unpack that. Because like a lot of the traits that like girls like applaud men for, I'm like, you guys. It's like, oh, when he doesn't look at attractive girls in front of you. Or like, when he doesn't force you to have sex with him. You guys, what is going on? And like, I don't even want to talk about e-daters because e-daters are like a different type of breed. And like I said, I'm not a religious person, but let me just pray for you. Let me just pray for you girls that are dating on Discord right now because I want to reach out a hand to you and be like, there's a brighter world out there. There's greener grass and you don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to do this. There is a world out there for you. And this is just not it. And I just want to take all of you fucking broken girls and just hold you, man, because you guys don't deserve this shit, and I just want you guys to find better. And I'm coming to you guys as a person who's never been hurt by a man, because if I ever have, it's never stuck with me. Like, I'll be honest with you, when I was younger, guys would dunk on me. It's horrible. But at the same time, it's giving me thicker skin. But at the same time, it hurts. You know, it hurts to have a dude be like, oh, you're fucking ugly. Like, that's probably what turned me off of men. Like, all the times I've ever got bullied were by men. But that's because I surround myself around men, because my cousins are all mostly dudes. So I've been just around dudes that have been bragging on me constantly. But it's like a familial, is that a word? Like a family thing. So like, they get away with it, is what I'm saying. But like, if someone who was in that blood relation dunked on me, yeah, I think that would have been like that would have been cause for a homicide. But what else do I want to say? Just be safe out there. Just be safe out there. There are slimy ass people out there, and the last thing I would want is for any of you to get caught in that slime, in that muck, because it's a bright world out there. And a lot of the times I feel like people, especially like older adults, put a lot of emphasis on dating and stuff like that. And I'm lucky to have parents who have never really imposed anything upon me in terms of like relationships, because we've never really talked about like if I were to date someone. Like the only times I've ever like talked about like my future is like with my mom, and she's like, oh, like, are you gonna have kids? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna have a fucking pet and you're gonna deal with it. And she's gonna be like sick. And a lot of times my uncles are like, oh, are you dating someone? And my dad is just kind of like, of course, if I were dating someone, I feel like my parents know that I'm a fucking weirdo and I'm probably never gonna date anybody. And and I'm lucky to have parents who don't really force that on me. Like I said, I am only 19, so like I'd be kind of grossed out if they were like, we expect you to be married by 21. I would be like, no, you can expect me to get married to Hennessy, because I'm going to be able to drink by then, and well, legally. But yeah, society kind of expects a lot of, like, I don't know why people put an expiration date on like dating. It's like you could literally date up until the point where you're in your fucking grave. Because I see like fucking old people just fucking it. Okay. I'm losing my fucking brain right now. It's not late for me, but it's kind of late because I woke up at like 6 p.m. today, and it's currently 8 in the morning, and I'm kind of losing my fucking marbles. How is it? 6 p.m., so that's 6 to 12. So it's been like 14 hours, but I'm already getting fucking delusional. So I'm gonna peace out for now until I can collect my thoughts, and I will be back about soon to talk more about how the society sucks, especially fucking men. Just kidding, I like men. Just not enough, I fear. But yeah. Peace out. Okay, thank you.